let's take a look. 4 veteran wide receivers the Browns could target in a trade. This is from Dog Pound Daily. Number 4, Adam Thielen from the Vikings. Now there's the Kevin Stefanski tie in there. Still pretty productive. Number 3, Brandin Cooks. Talked about him a little bit. Houston Texans. Doesn't want to be a part of the rebuild. Again, pretty productive. Number 2 is an interesting name. Michael Thomas from the New Orleans Saints has not been able to get on the field for a couple of seasons. And number 1, name we've talked about quite a bit, DeAndre Hopkins of the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals likely headed for a full-blown rebuild. 2 things. They don't have a lot of draft assets to go and get them. And you would also probably have to maybe extend them, get them some sort of deal that entices them a little bit as well.
Yeah, and the first part that you brought up there is the difficult part. You know, teams are going to want to get assets for these trades. DeAndre Hopkins, if you look at what Arizona gave up to get him once upon a time, they're going to want to recoup some of that. You know, this is a team that they are looking at a rebuild, and with Kyler Murray's status uncertain, it makes sense for them to sell. And DeAndre Hopkins, my goodness, my son is a huge Texans fan. He still has a DeAndre Hopkins Texans jersey that he wears proudly. That guy's an amazing receiver, and even though he's 30 years old, he can still get it done. But that you're giving up a whole lot, and those are holes that you're not going to be able to fill elsewhere. You know, that's probably 2 draft picks at minimum that you're giving up. You're already missing so many. It's tough to see that. Brandin Cooks is interesting. I like that idea because I don't think he's going to be as prohibitively expensive, both to acquire and to extend. And you do need to give him a little bit more money too, but you can work that out. He's been good across a wide variety of schemes with a wide variety of quarterbacks. Look at where all he's played in his career. He's seen some things in his NFL days. And this is a guy, he's certainly seen some things in Houston that he doesn't like. That's why he wants out. I don't blame him. That would be the one that I would go after of that group that if you're targeting it. Thielen, look, he's been wonderful, and he's one of the things that doesn't get discussed enough with him. He's a fantastic down-the-field blocker who will help your run game. But he looked like he lost at least a half a step this season, and I don't think that's coming back with his time with the Vikings. So a good player, great locker room guy would certainly be welcomed. But if you're going to give up assets, I want to aim a little bit higher than that. So Cooks out of that group would probably be my favorite of that group.